welcome back to Red Ted Art. Yes, it's time for some more minion crafts and it's time for some more finger knitting. These are really quick and easy. They're great little keychains like some owls that we made earlier in the year, or they can be little Christmas ornaments, or they can be backpack charms, zipper pulls, whatever you want. But they're really cute, they're really easy and really fun to make. So come on then, let's take a look and see how it's done. Okay, to make these minions, you'll need some yellow wool, some blue wool, some googly eyes, little bits of felt and some glue. Now, my wool is quite thin, and in order to make it sort of better for the finger knitting, I've tripled it up. So it's 3 layers of each colour. So if your wool's quite thick, you might only need 2 layers or maybe just 1, to be honest. This is roughly 1.5 meters, and I've also got one in blue. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so to finger knit, remember, we take our strand, so pretend this is one strand, between your thumb and index finger, wrap it around your index, round behind your ring, round your pinky, in front of your ring finger, and that's your first row. So do that again, so that you can actually start finger knitting. So that's 1. Now you go to the smallest, and I go up and over and again. Now with this particular little pattern, sometimes you end up with quite a big loose bit on the side, and that's to do with how loose this is. So do try and make it tight, not too tight. I can never quite get it right, but it's just one of those things. Try and get it as neat and even as possible. Then repeat, bring your loop round, behind, round, over, behind, and again starting at the end. So now we're making a shorter minion today. For the shorter minion, you now switch colours to blue. For the longer minion, you would do 1 more row, but we're now switching colours, and all you're doing is pretending that this is the thread you were on before. You could knot it now if you want. I'm going to knot it later, I find it easier. So you bring it between as if it was the other thread, behind, round, front, behind and round, and again take the bottom ones and over. So that was once. So 1 row of blue. Make sure this stays nice and tight. And again bring this over the middle finger, behind, round, that's the 2nd row, and then 1 more time. Make sure these are all tightened so they don't get loose. Okay, now to cast off, you take this finger, push it over, take the bottom over, bottom over, bottom and over. Take your strand and thread it through. Now make it nice and tight. There we go. Look, can you see your kind of minion shape already coming? So make that nice and tight. Now it's important that we knot these off. So these are the 2 strands. I'm going to just bring it over and tuck it through. Give it, tighten it. And that looks all right. And then just repeat it just to make it nice and tight. Now you could just snip it at this point. That's fine. Or you can just very carefully take the thread, tuck it under the blue, kind of like putting it inside, and then snip it, and it just means it's a bit more tucked away. Same with this blue one here. I'm going to just, it's actually quite long, let's snip it first already. And then just tuck it under. Give it a little snip. Okay. Now as to the yellow, because it's nice and long, which is great, I'm going to bring it up. If it's not long, don't worry about it, you can just snip it, but you can bring it up by, again, just threading it through, bringing it to the top, and then you can make a nice knot at the top with all 6 strands. Wrap it around your fingers, push it through, and then gently make sure your knot's kind of further down. Here we go. Now I keep all these because, I mean, this one I've got 3 because it was a bit too short. This one, I then basically took these 3 and I plaited them. So if you know how to plait, I've got a video down below which is great for learning how to plait, but otherwise I'm just going to plait them quickly, but you just plait it. Well, I'll do it off screen because it'll just take a little while, and this is about the minion. Next you will need a little strip of felt. This is black felt. Make sure it's the sort of width of your thing. Then 2 eyes, or 1. Now on this one, it's the same color, size googly eye, but I put a bit of grey behind it to make it look bigger, because the one-eyed minion usually has bigger eyes. On these ones, because they're meant to be the smaller eyes, I've just left it plain. Get some strong fabric glue or PVA glue or whatever glue you have, to be honest, and add some on the back. Carefully pat it down. If it needs trimming, you can, but I'm just going to pat it down and make it kind of curve around the sides. And there we go. Isn't that cute? And it's so quick and it's so easy. And you know, once you've plaited it, you can add it to a keychain. So get a key ring, knot it round, or you can put it on the back of your backpack. So it can be a little keychain, it can be a backpack charm. You could even use it as a Christmas decoration if you really love the minions. And that's it really, some finger knitted minions. There we go. Now remember, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that kind of stuff. But above all, keep watching and keep making. And of course, we'd love to see you again soon. Take care. Bye.